set up my own business, and it went from strength to strength. I moved from larger gigs to smaller gigs, and my one stable that I've been in the Japanese Gardens in the Irish National Stud for the last 17 years. And it's a beautiful place to work. It's a fabulous place to be, and I think I'm about bright and colourful and
100%.
tasty food.
Yeah.
I love colour, I love vibrancy, and I hope I'll be able to bring it to you today and show you what we do.
Thank you so much, Natalie.
Okay.
And Natalie didn't tell you that she's also an award-winning entrepreneur. So her background is absolutely incredible and has had multiple businesses over the years. So she is an expert in her field in how to feed people really well on the masses.
Yeah.
It's large numbers, but you don't take shortcuts. And I think that's really important to say. The quality, seasonality.
Absolutely will always shine through, and I think that's through my training in Ballymaloe, and as with my mom as a kid as a small girl in her kitchen, we had an essay. It was before the AGA, and it was one of the first essays to be brought into Ireland. So I've been doing cooking like that since I was a kid. So baking, stews, pot roasts, everything from growing up as a child.
From scratch.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And what are we up to today, Natalie? What are you making?
Okay, we are making, we are doing a selection of halloumi, and this is Irish halloumi. I think Darina had one of them on earlier on today.
She did.
We're using, if you see here, it's Macroom buffalo. It's called Buffaloumi, and Macroom has used this product, and it is a beautiful product. It's a Cypriot cheese originally, and it's a high melting cheese, so it takes a really good sear. And it gives it that caramelized flavour, which I love, and it's that softness without it completely falling apart. I'm also using the Ballyhubbuck farm halloumi as well, which is made from sheep's milk, which is also another beautiful product. So we'll be able to see the two different types that we're using today. Lovely. And this is Irish, guys. This Cyprus brought to Ireland. So it just shows how lucky we are to have such beautiful producers that are producing such beautiful produce here in Ireland today.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, so we are doing fritters with our halloumi. We're doing cauliflower and pea fritters, and we are doing a butter bean hummus with roasted peppers. And for hummus you can use literally, and chickpeas is but you can use whatever you have. Use it. You know what I mean? Whatever beans you have. You can use it in the same
here.
Absolutely. Whatever's in that cupboard of yours, I think, is really important to use. Right, so we're going to get going. So I'm going to start roasting my peppers, okay? Now, I've put them in a tray. Guys, for all of you, please line your trays properly, okay? It's like, it's a bugbear in my kitchen. Whoever burns the tray, it doesn't matter. I have a lady that works in Wash Up with us, and Kathleen, and she's a fabulous lady. And we have a rule that if you burn something, you have to wash it up. It is not up to Kathleen's job to do it. So that's important. So to keep your equipment clean and to keep it in good nick all the time is really important. So I'm putting a little bit of olive oil.
Just to help with those blisters?
Absolutely. But the thing is, guys, make sure you massage it into it, okay? Because some people just sort of squish it on and leave it, and then it doesn't blister properly, or it doesn't get good.
You miss part.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that full coverage is
so
really important.
you need to give it a little
massage.
love. We put love into our food. In the
peppers.
kitchen, I said, guys, if you don't put love into your food, this isn't the place for you.
Because you could taste it.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
it's really, really important.
Great reminder.
Okay.
Okay, some chilies in there as well.
Yeah,
Natalie?
do you know, I've
That
just put
extra
I've put a selection of different things. We can use them for garnishes and stuff like that at the end. So
Love it. And if you didn't have red, would you do a mix?
Yeah,
would you
absolutely,
be quite strict, or you'd be flexible?
I just like the red. I'm not a big I'm not a big green pepper fan, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to. Okay, so that's gone into the oven.
Thank
Now,
you.
next we are going to take our cauliflower, and we are going to boil this for our fritters. We're bringing it to a simmer. And guys, this needs to be cooked well, okay? Because you want to break it down to put into your fritters. So we're going to put that on now to get it rocking and rolling. Because our time is limited here, I'm just going to cut them into smaller chunks, if that's all right. So it won't take as long to cook. Okay, so we have our water on. It's a salt boiling water. I have Maldron salt here. I just like the Maldron, but I also have some beautiful smoked ackle salt here. And you were in Dingle recently, Tracy. Yes. I think Linda was a beautiful Dingle salt.
West of Dingle, really
absolutely
makes the most amazing, and it's all small batches. And I was very fortunate. I was the first person to ever get behind the scenes to see how she makes her salt.
I was
blown away. So passionate, so beautiful.
I have to say I was very envious.
I'll bring you next time.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there is our cauliflower is gone into simmer, and guys, you need to cook it well, okay, because it's going into the fritters, okay. So next for our fritters, I like to use. We're putting peas into it too. I like the green colour, so I have a handy NutriBullet here, Tracy. If you don't mind. If you don't mind, just giving that a quick blitz.
Do you want a fine puree? Do you want a bit of texture in there?
You know, I have some more that I'm going to add in to give texture. So I'd like it. I've just put a little bit of olive oil in it, just to help it emulsify, guys, in there. And if you just give it a bang, and yeah.
Are we loving it? Happy?
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
No one has ever said that before.
Perfect. Okay, guys. Now I want to show you our butter beans. We always cook them from dry. What I do is I soaked them here about an hour ago. You can leave these overnight. They go from the small bean and they burst into these big, beautiful flower-like beans. And you cook it, but they need to be really submerged in water, you need full coverage, and you need a lot of water to get to make sure that it's cooked. But please don't add the seasoning until the end. And you'll see some of the skins will start to loosen off, but season it at the end, because otherwise the salt will toughen the outsides of the seeds. So it's really important you season at the end, or else you've got a tough bean, and nobody wants a tough bean.
No one wants a tough bean.
If you see there, I've even peeled them off. You can see. So that's, and when they're soaked well, the outside skin will come off, and you have this beautiful inside layer that cooks really well, and will break down really well in the process of when we're making the hummus.
Love it.
Okay.
So drain off that water, pop it into the saucepan.
You pop it into the saucepan.
Fresh cold water.
Bring it to the boil, and you'll cook them at a simmer, and it could take 40 minutes. Depends on the
40 minutes to 40 days, because beans, when they're kept on a shelf, you've no idea of that rotation piece. So sometimes you might get a packet of beans and it won't cook in 40 minutes. It might cook in 25 minutes, or it might cook in an hour and 15.
Keep an
eye. Do not trust your beans.
But you've got to be really careful, because the water can boil off the beans really easily, which is something that can happen.
Yeah.
So if you get the just keep on topping it up. That's all I'll say to you. Keep on topping it up. Now we're doing a mixed seed crunch for the top, which is like a little crunch. So I'm gonna make this with you now. This is a selection. I have whole skin almonds. Now guys, whatever seeds you have in your cupboard, or whatever nuts you have, you can use up, okay? These are roughly 50 and 40 grams. So I have whole almonds with the skins on, because I just love the skins on them. And we have pumpkin seeds. Let me see if I got my bowl there.
Extra nutrition as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Natalie, which is lovely.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. So now, here it is here. So I'm just going to show you there. So there's my pumpkin seeds, and there's my almonds. I have some chili flakes here. I have some nigella seeds, which are the black sesame seeds, which I love. I also have plain sesame seeds, so they all go in. I have sunflower seeds, but sorry.
No, it's a
Thanks,
great mix.
Tracy. Yeah. And then if you see here, I have paprika. Hot smoked paprika. I love this stuff and it's beautiful, and a little bit goes a long way, but it just gives that extra kick to the seeds and that crunch at the end. So I put in a half a teaspoon. So we put it in there, okay? So that's there, ready to rock and roll.
Beautiful. This is something you can make in advance and hold well.
Absolutely,
In a jar.
it'll hold in an airtight container for up to a week.
Because I imagine that it's so delicious that you would actually find so many different recipes that you want to put
Do
it
you know
on.
what? I love it on all different. You can change it around. You can put it on your granola. You can put it on. It's loads
Yeah,
of.
very
it's-
versatile.
Yeah, and you can change the recipe around. I think one of the ladies yesterday did a beautiful dish with the Carrigain moss through it, which was beautiful.
Down there.
She is
Ready?
indeed. She
Yeah.
is indeed. She did a beautiful
Yeah,
dish.
absolutely stunning.
Okay guys, so this is it, you mix it. You mix all these through. If you see it there on the screen?
So you want these cooked quite well?
Yes,
You
I
have-
do, yeah. No,
more.
I'll give them for another minute or two, if that's okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guys, this is in the National Stud. It's a 100% working farm. We have some of the most prestigious stallions in Ireland, in Europe and in the world that are in the National Stud at the moment. But we also grow our own honey. We harvest our own honey on site,
Love that.
which they allow me to take some every now and then. But it is a beautiful raw product that I love using.
Yeah.
So this is going in. I've got a tablespoon.
So the local honey, isn't it? If you can have local honey from wherever it is you
Wherever.
live, it's that antiviral
Yeah, and
property.
sometimes you get the heather honey and you get them all,
Yeah.
and wherever the bees are coming from,
Yeah.
you'll get the flavour coming through the honey, which is beautiful. So I also put some olive oil in here as well, just to give it a little bit of, just to emulsify it, and then we mix it in. I don't know if you can see that, it's all coming together. Thank
Lovely.
you.
Thanks, Natalie.
So now, again, guys, this burns really easily as well, okay? So if we take it out, if I could give that to you.
So popping that into your lined baking tray again.
Into our lined baking tray,
Because
you
it
ease it
slowly
around,
burns.
and we put it into the oven with the peppers for roughly 180, 15 minutes.
Okay.
I think it depends on your oven again, guys, okay? So if I
And
could get you
do
to
we
put
need
that.
to stir with the edges? Will
Yeah,
they
no,
caramelize a
no,
little quicker?
we
So
need
that's
to.
my
That's
job.
your job, Tracy. That's your job. And see the peppers?
Yeah.
We need to roll them around in a few minutes. So I'm very bossy here today. I'm just going to check my my cauliflower to see. No, it's going to need another little bit.
Like every 3
It needs to be cooked well because you want it to break down, guys.
Another minute or two, Natalie?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, Tracy. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Now we are going to make a batter. Our batter for our where
Just
is
here.
my- yeah. Here's our batter for our fritters. So I've got some chopped parsley. I have a few little scallions to put on it. I have some plain flour, some eggs, and I have a little bit of buttermilk that I like to add into it. It just loosens the texture of the. Sometimes the fritters can be really dense, and I just like them a little bit. I like them a little bit soft. But there's a fine line of going over, so it's just a little bit. So now there's my chopped parsley.
So we're all about the layers, the
Absolutely,
flavors,
yeah.
the textures.
It's all about. That's exactly what it's all about.
It's a building, isn't it? You're building
Yeah.
a salad.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. My garlic. I I was going to start mashing it and stuff, but my board isn't very big, so I'm going to use the trusty old garlic crusher there now, if that's all right. So that goes in a moment.
So extra flavour in that batter
Yeah.
as well, Natalie.
Absolutely.
Because our
So we're putting,
cauliflower is muted enough, isn't it, in flavour, so it
Yeah,
can
it is,
actually
yeah.
take on those bold flavours.
absolutely, yeah. So there is, can I give you that?
Yeah. We have the best team behind us.
Absolutely.
honestly.
Listen.
We're so well supported today. Yeah, very lucky. Students on the 12-week course currently at Halloumi Cookery School, so the women have come in and lifesavers.
There you go.
Thanking you.
Thank you. So there is our, so I'm just going to just break up the eggs.
I'm going to do a quick drain of this, Natalie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
please, that's
run
perfect,
outside
yeah.
just to the sink.
Thank you. Thanks,
No worries.
Tracy.
And I'm going to do it in reverse. I'm going to pop the strainer in and drain out through that.
Thanks, Tracy.
No worries.
And we're putting, so here's my garlic, I'm just going to go into it. There's a little bit of the buttermilk. The garlic.
Natalie, if you could
Hence,
see me
I
now,
don't
you'd be
use garlic
horrified.
crushers very often, so I'm probably better off to use my knife. No, there it is. I've got some little scallions, which are quite chunky because I like that little bite and when it cooks in, so we put those in. And then we've got our peas that we brought together, that Tracy kindly blitzed them. If I could give you that, Tracy, thank you.
Thanks, Eleanor.
And there, this is going in as well, okay?
These will dry just like that, Natalie.
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
They don't need to be in a tea towel or
No,
anything. That steam
But
release
when
is really
I
important.
make the batter, I like to keep this warm because it warms the batter and it makes it really nice for when you put it on the pan.
Now that you say that, I'm going to pop a little tea towel on.
Yep.
Just to
Perfect.
Put a little bit of heat in there.
Yeah, that's great.
And then I'm going to watch our oven because we have two things on in there. We've got our peppers and then we've got our crunch.
Absolutely, and we've got some cumin seeds that I put in. I usually roast them and I have a spice grinder there that we put on, but I'm just going to sprinkle a few in now, which gives, I love cumin. It's such a beautiful flavour. So we put a few sprinkles in. And then we go start whisking.
Delish, yeah, lovely colour coming in already here.
Are they coming?
They're coming along beautifully.
Yeah, just
So just bringing that outside in and bringing the inside out just so that we get that even colour coming through.
that's it. So you can see this coming together. I'm just going to add a little bit more liquid.
So the consistency of this batter, because we need it
It should be like dropping.
Yeah. Great colours.
You see the colour there now with the peas? That's because we meant the peas, but I'm actually going to, here's a few more peas just to give the texture, to put the texture in, okay? And I'm just going to add a little bit more because I just prefer it to be just a little bit more, a little bit softer. There you go.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
delicious already. It looks like a dip.
That's it. There we go.
Gorge.
Can I give that to you?
Cheers, darling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And if I could give that to you too, Tracy.
Good, good.
That's great. Thank you.
I'm gonna pop it.
Now, I'm going to take some of our cauliflower there. Now, see this? I'm going to chop this up. See the way it's soft? It's not chunky, it's not hard. It's usually roughly around 200 grams, or a small cauliflower, whichever you have to hand. If you have a big cauliflower, I wouldn't use it all. But I want it nice and rough so that it's chunky when you put it on the when you bite into it. So
Yeah.
there's little bits of cauliflower.
And to make sure there's enough of that batter to wrap around it.
Absolutely.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. Most
Nice and
important. There we go. And I'm going to put a few bigger pieces in, just to, I like it rustic. I like it, I hate these smooth, lovely, I like it chunky. Oh, I like it chunky.
With attitude.
With attitude. It's a bit like me, Tracy.
Well, the two of us put together, Susie. Double trouble. Natalie, you have something on everyone's seat. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Guys, what's on your seat is a discount to the Irish National Stud. We're doing a summer programme of concerts, which is on Midsummer's Evening, which you can book online, which is a beautiful thing that's going to be done in the evening of Midsummer's Evening, and on the 7th of July, which is more for children. It's the Secret Garden. You have a discount code there. If you want to book online, you can. It's a lovely thing if you're up around, or you want. There's loads to do in Kildare, so if you want to come, there's some lovely accommodation. There's Kildare Village. There's the race courses. There's so much for you to do there.
Your cafe.
My cafe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to leave that there now.
Fabulous.
So we've got this. We've got
Pop
this
that
on.
Cheers, darling.
I'm just going to move this one away, if that's okay.
Ideal.
Thank you. And I'll give you that one too. Buffalo mozzarella. Sorry, not buffalo mozzarella.
The halloumi.
Buffaloumi. I keep on finding it difficult to say that. But the halloumi is it's a cheese it's brined, and it's got that sort of a solid. Oh, how are we going? Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Did I do a good job?
You did a good job.
Thanks,
Great job, Tracy. Great job. Great job.
Okay, what happens next now, Natalie? So we have a non-stick frying pan.
We do.
We have a grill pan, and that's smoking. Which
Guys,
is really
I'm
important.
leaving that on. The grill pan, because it takes that char for the halloumi, so I leave it on. I will rub a little bit of oil just before I put it on. The cheese is really salty, so I don't add seasoning to it. You could add herbs or spices or sweetened with a little bit of honey. Either would it be beautiful? Lemon zest. I'm going to put a little bit afterwards.
Gorgeous.
So so I'm just going to leave that on for a moment. So I'm just going to get some of these ready. How's our peppers?
I have some oil for you there. Yeah, good. They'll take probably another 10-15 minutes, I'd say, Natalie.
Okay, well, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get going. I have some peppers there, so I'm going to make the hummus, if that's
Brilliant.
okay.
Yeah, of course.
And I might just pull that off for a moment, and we'll just pull it all together at the last minute, if
No
that's
worries.
all right. So for our hummus, if I could have the Maggi mix, please. Thank you.
No worries. I'm going to pop it in and I'll grab the plug from you, Eleanor. Thank you.
Okay, it's my garlic first. I love garlic. Garlic is something that I always put just a tiny bit of oil just to make it into a puree there. We usually do it in big batches, so like it's yeah. Okay, so these are our beans that we have cooled down and we have used. So we're putting this in, and our roasted peppers.
Yeah, they'll take longer.
We've got some roasted peppers. So now we blitz.
Puree, not chunky.
Puree. Oh
Yeah.
no, this is puree. See, if you see the red colours coming through it. So I've just broken it down slightly. I'm going to add my tahini now into it. So this is just a light tahini, but it's a great flavour.
Yeah.
And we just add this in.
It's a ground sesame seed.
Yeah, it is.
So it
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's it, I think.
Lovely stuff.
And I love lemon juice and lemon zest.
Yeah.
Hummus needs loads of lemon zest and lemon juice. So that's that. and some seasoning, my apple seasoning, and it does take quite a lot of seasoning too.
So the peppers, because they're not ready yet, the peppers, you want them charred, you want them blistered.
Yeah,
when they come out of
absolutely.
the oven.
We cover them with cling film and
Yeah.
we leave them cool, and then you'll be able to peel the skin off them, and it's just, I love it.
Yeah, it's much simpler, isn't it?
Yeah. I also, one of my tricks is, I like to put ice cubes into my hummus, and I leave it there for about 5 minutes, and just let it melt down into it, and it just gives a really smooth consistency in it.
You can see the texture change
Yeah.
immediately.
See the way
So it went
goes
creamier in colour.
Absolutely, yeah. And some people they like it more chunky. I love that smooth, soft hummus. And now I'm just going to drizzle some olive oil. This is extra virgin. Again, if I'm in the kitchen, I leave this for about 10 minutes. I just leave it go and go. But I said I like it runny, and I like it so that it's a smooth consistency.
It is a very personal thing, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Some people like
their
it.
hummus.
Yeah. Hummus is so I think.
And so recipes for this demo will be on the Grain Store website for the next couple of days. Yeah, look, delicious.
I think that's it.
Nice.
I still would leave it a little bit longer, but due to time's sake here. If I could give it back to you. Thank you. I'm just going to taste this for seasoning just to see how it is. It needs a little bit more seasoning, and it needs some more lemon juice. And tasting your food as you go along is really the most important part. If it doesn't taste good, there's no point.
Yeah.
For me, you eat with your eyes and you eat with and it's how you taste it. I've just got some extra lemon zest here that I did a little bit extra. It's like a dip.
Yeah.
But again, you do it to suit your needs. But I just love that creamy texture.
Banging. Pop it to the side for a few moments.
Yeah, please.
Love it. Thanks, Natalie.
Thank you. Right, how's our peppers coming along? I'm very glad. I'm very glad.
You have
I had one prepared earlier.
So there's a lovely bit of char coming in. Do you want to go a little bit further?
Do you know what? I think because these ones are fine.
Yeah.
I think we'll take them out because we have some. If we put them in here, I'll show you now what to do.
Gorge.
That's great. You can even feel them. Do you know what I mean? It's. See, the chilies are perfect and the different types of peppers.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
And I'll get the women. Would you mind?
And I've got some cling film here, and we wrap it.
Thanks, Dawn.
And
You good?
I've seen some chefs that they run them underwater to try and get. Don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't do it.
You hunt them down.
Yeah, you hunt them down and kill them. It's the flavor. The flavor's in them. Do you know what I mean? The flavor is in the pepper, and you want to keep them. And it's that love that brings. That some people you've got to lock it in to keep it there.
Yeah.
So then we cool it down, and guys, sometimes if you haven't got time, you burn your fingers. But if you it depends on how much time you have. Right, now our halloumi.
Fabulous. So we're going to fry our halloumi.
We are going
This is in our grill pan that has been on for the last 15 minutes to great heat in there.
Yeah, it's really, really important. Now, our halloumi that, hold on a second, please. Actually, do you know what? I might do some fritters first and then I'll do the halloumi if that's okay.
Finish, yeah, of course.
So
You're
here
in charge.
is, yeah, I know. So my fritters are here.
Pan is
So
on.
I like,
Do you want a nice high heat?
yeah, please.
Yeah.
But see, you've got to feel it and you've got to see, and usually the first one usually burns. It's like a pancake. It comes wrong. It goes.
Yeah.
It takes your time to get the balance right. I like to do little ones. We're going to do about 8 or 9 there now. So I'm going to get you to keep going while I start doing the halloumi then, if that's all right.
Yeah. No
so
problem.
I don't like them in too big clumps, but you need to. Yeah. Just put them into the size and the shape that you want. But don't do them too thick because they've got to cook and you want that flour to cook. And the last thing you want is a big fritter with raw dough in the middle. So so it's just, we're going to do 4 and 4 if that's all right.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
Two
and we
batches.
might even get 5.
Lovely, Natalie.
I think I'm going to squish another one in the middle there. There we go.
Fab.
Okay.
I'm going to do a swap. Is that okay? Can you
Yeah,
move that
perfect.
frying pan closer to you?
Thanks, Tracy. And we just want nice colour and consistency on underneath. So this is our beautiful. Now this is our halloumi, guys. It's a beautiful product, and it's underutilized. I think sometimes people think that this is the macroom. The macroom is it's sort of like a curd even. Do you know what I mean? It feels like a curd. I like to split them in half. And guys, these have really high melting points, okay? Really high melting points. So you can. I like to leave them on for a good few minutes, okay?
Yeah.
And this is
Colour
the
is
other.
flavour, isn't that it? So getting those
Absolutely.
char marks in really makes a difference.
That's it.
Smells delicious.
Yeah.
So a little bit of olive oil, not too much.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because then it starts
Fairly
running all over
coated.
the pan, and then it starts running all over the pan, and then you've got oil, and then you've got burning, and then you've got the. In my kitchen, you get the
Alarm.
the alarm going off, and then there's war in the whole of the National Stud, and Natalie's burnt down the whole kitchen again, and it's like, there she goes again.
What a great location for a cafe, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Yeah.
The setting is quite unique.
Okay, guys, if you see, this is dry. This is pure dry, and I would never advise you to put oil onto a grill pan. Always put it onto the product that you're going to put onto the pan. So here we go here now. There's one. And guys, these take a sec, because if you turn them too early, you've lost the caramelization and they stick to the pan.
So as it seals, it releases itself from the grill mark, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Are we going there?
Lovely. We're on fire. No, I'm joking. We're not on fire. No one here is on fire.
Thank God there's no fire alarms here. That's all I can say.
The joys of being on a farm. Well, I have to say, for a demonstration space, it's absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You eat for nothing, especially when you bring it all yourself. Oliver Cadro up in a little bit. She laughed there because she knows what I mean. Lovely, Natalie. And the level of colour you want in these? So nice golden?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you
See
like
that's
further?
beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, can't believe I'm doing everything so well.
Tracy, do you want a job?
What a job. Just a little busy at the minute.
I know, yeah. It's not like you're doing enough.
True.
You know, she does nothing at all. You know that part. So I'm just going to take a quick look. Nope.
She's sticking.
No, I'm telling you, it's the waiting game.
Food talks, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
When it's ready to go. Or else we run out the back.
Yeah.
We distract you guys with something else.
And we pull out a completely dish that we did earlier.
I love it. Like yesterday, poor Stephen Cronin, he wanted really hot potatoes. And so I was in charge of heating the potatoes. And I was like, oh God, Stephen, they're so hot, they're piping hot. And so I was dropping my hand down, trying to let the audience think that they were red hot. And he's like, for God's sake, Tracy, there's no heat in them at all. I was like, Stephen, everyone's here watching.
It's live demo. Like, it's the beauty of it, guys, the beauty of it.
Lovely. And a little bit of oil, which is quite nice as well. Yeah.
Because I don't like, listen, my food is clean, it's good, it's colourful, it's bright, it's tasty, and yeah, and I don't like, I like the product to shine rather than smudging it with loads of different sauces and that sort of stuff. The product is the shining star of the day. It's not us, it's the product.
Yeah, nicely said.
Come on, come on.
Hop on it now, hop!
Oh, there's one. Ooh. And now, as I just said, ooh, we've got some grilled. Yeah. There we go.
And so Natalie, you're open 7 days a week.
We're open 7 days a week.
Yeah. It's a great place to go with a family.
With a family, we have a beautiful playground. We've got all the legends. We've got the Japanese Gardens is a beautiful, maintained, tailored garden that is maintained by a gentleman called Jim, who has been with us for the last 45 years and is retiring next month. And the person that's taking over from Jim has been in training for the last 10 years, and he's only a young man. He's only like he's only a young buck coming in, like he's 10 years. Oh yeah,
they're
absolutely.
Serious, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm just going to turn these down. Okay. So it's beautiful. We also have St. Fiacre's Garden. We're beside St. Bridget's, so we have a huge affiliation to St. Bridget. But the gardens, St. Fiacre's Garden is beautiful. It's more wild, natural, where we had all the wildlife, and we have small little Falabella ponies for the kids. So there's loads of things for us there's loads of things. We have a fairy trail for the children. We do our Easter hunts at Easter. So there's lots for everybody to do. It's a great day out. We've just opened our ice cream parlour, so that's been a huge success.
Yeah, absolutely essential this time of year in Ireland, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's your rite of passage. When does summer begin? When you have a 99 in your hand.
That's exactly it. You're playing a blinder there, Tracy.
Excuse me, Flower.
Just going to do one more first, and then I think we'll start
Plating.
Love it.
What do you need to plate? Can I take anything away from
I have here? Yeah, sure. That's great. If I could give you this.
Fabulous.
I'm going to keep this. I'm going to have my zester. My zester, which is there. Garnishing is a big thing for me. How it looks as well. It's not how it tastes, but it's also how it looks. I love natural flowers. I was with Dervla up in the kitchens this morning.
Nice.
Dervla is the head chef here in Ballymaloe, and she brought me around and got me some flowers from her garden, so she knew all the right places to pick and all the right spots where I had to look myself. It's funny, when I was working here, it's over 25 years ago, and I planted 11 verbena plants in the garden.
Oh,
Tracy, I was disgusted.
it's gone.
It was gone.
Devastated for you.
Devastated I was. I was going, there's my lemon verbena plant that I planted so long ago. No, it's gone.
Legacy, gone.
So yeah, Dervla gave me some beautiful produce there. Okay guys, so this is my garnish plate.
It's very vibrant.
Very vibrant. So what we're going to do is we have our hummus.
Yeah.
We're just going to put a little bit down. on our plate to plate. Thanks, Tracy. This is a sharing plate, so it's for all of you people that that are having family and friends back around because it's been so difficult over the last few years. Sharing is, food is for family, it's for friends, and it's for enjoying each other. And putting sharing plates, I think, is a really cool way to interact with people and to enjoy. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, here I've just put a little bit of hummus. I'm putting a few little salad leaves on it just to bring it together. It's funny, I decorate cakes, and when people ask me to decorate cakes, I said, okay, well, I don't know where this is going to end up. You tell them, give me a color scheme, and so it takes a life of its own when I start. So
that's the enjoyment piece, isn't it?
It is, yeah, absolutely. So I've picked some wild garlic here. So now we've got our fritters, Tracy, do we?
Coming up. Keeping them nice and warm. So that tray is hot.
Thanks, Tracy. I'll just show you here. I've done some radishes here that I've just slightly. I have shaved them very slightly. We have some lemon. We have some lemon balm from the garden. We've some beautiful marjoram. We've some wild garlic. I think probably most people have used it because it is in abundance around here at present. It's a beautiful product.
You can smell it if you go for a walk, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've some lovely onion flowers. We have some wild. Not dandelion.
No.
Marigolds that we got down in the garden.
There's three there. Shoot the two.
I know, yeah. So
once they're edible, they have a place on the plate.
Always.
But don't assume everything is edible, because it's absolutely not. What did Rachel Allen say in her demo an hour ago? Everything's edible once. So really choose well.
So we're just plating up here. This is our selection of our pea fritters.
She's stubborn.
I know.
She's stubborn.
I think we've enough.
Gorge. Okay.
I think we've enough, Tracy. So then I have just marinated some little roast peppers here, just to decorate our plates. It's the roast peppers that we did in the oven, and we've cooled down and skinned and marinated and de-seeded. So it's just everything that we have here on the plates. There's some beautiful little flowers here. There's some onion flowers. You put them on. It's all about how it looks in vibrancy and flavour. And there's some little radishes that we put in.
Ooh, and our crunch.
Oh, my crunch! My crunch!
So this is chilled completely, and I love because it's broken into
two little
nuggets.
shards.
Yeah, which is really nice.
And we've just got some fresh peas to put on the plate as well.
Yeah, it's very colourful. I'm loving all of the layers, the textures, Natalie.
See these?
And it's a meal in itself.
Absolutely.
So you can use it as a salad. Obviously, you can go smaller pieces.
I'd use this as a main course.
Yeah, same.
I'd use this as a main course. It deserves to be a main course.
Yeah.
I think this deserves its rightful place on the table. And I'm just going to drizzle it with some more extra hummus. And it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. And the lemon zest. Just a little bit, just to give that freshness at the end, and that. And see this? My honey.
That will work beautifully with that halloumi as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lovely, Natalie.
And just a few little flowers. See here? Some of the little child flowers that we picked this morning. Voila.
Ta-da! Absolutely delicious.
Thank you. I hope you can see that there.
So question, is that on the menu currently?